So you can have a car that's quick, reliable, and functional. Or if you're anything like me, you can have a car that isn't any of those things, but is just utterly fun. And one car that fits the latter is the Asteroid Corvette Sting Ray. But before I go into the details of why this Corvette stands out from the crowd, let's set the stage. The year is 1963. The world is getting groovy. The Beatles are on the radio. JFK is in the White House. And the Corvette, that quintessential American sports car, has just received its first major redesign in nearly a decade. Enter the C2 Corvette, a car that was so good looking it could melt the heart of a hardened autocritic with just one glance. A sleek body, sharp lines, and a rear end so perfectly sculpted it made you wonder if someone had actually carved it out of marble. But of course, as it is always the case, someone thought, why settle for something that's already gorgeous when you could make it even more outrageous? Well, that's where Bob Nordskog enters the story. A man who was obsessed with speed, flash, and the undeniable thrill of turning heads wherever he went. Now, Bob wasn't your average Corvette owner. He didn't just pick up a Vette from a dealership, slap a set of fuzzy dice on the mirrors, and call it a day. No, Bob was a mechanical engineer by trade, a speed addict by nature, and a man who liked his cars like he liked his boats. Fast and absolutely stunning. So what did he do? He went to the legendary George Barris, the man behind some of the most iconic custom cars in history, including the Batmobile and the Hirohata Merc, and asked him to turn his brand new primer-finished Corvette into a work of art. And let's just say, George Barris cooked on this one. When the car first showed up at Barris Customs in Los Angeles, it was just a blank canvas, a 1963 Corvette Sting Ray coupe ready to be transformed into something that would leave even the most jaded Corvette enthusiasts' mouths open. The design process began, and Barris wasn't one to hold back. The result would be something that would forever change the Corvette's image, the Asteroid Sting Ray. So let's start with the paint. While the C2 Corvette was stunning in its own right, Barris thought it could use a little extra flair. So the entire car was treated to a flashy copper finish with gold flake inserts. In the early 1960s, this was not just rare, it was a triumph of custom paintwork. The glittering, shining exterior was only the tip of the iceberg though. Barris wasn't going to stop at a coat of paint. This Vette needed more. The front end was stretched out, and the retractable headlights that were so iconic on the C2 were removed entirely. In their place, Barris fitted a custom grille under the nose with new headlights, making the car look as if though it was constantly frowning. Not content to stop there, Barris also swapped out the Volks vents on the hood with a bespoke fiberglass version that included functional vents, not just for aesthetics but for improved airflow. It was bold, it was brash, it was exactly what the Corvette needed. Moving to the rear end, the changes continued. The wheel wells were widened to accommodate drag-oriented sleeks, and the rear end itself was extended. The one-split rear window was removed and replaced with a single-piece window, a change that Chevrolet itself would adopt for the 1964 model year. The bumpers were also deleted, and the taillights were repositioned in a custom, functional setup that added to the car's overall sleekness. Exposed exhaust headers with removable mufflers were added to each side, bringing an aggressive edge to the Vette's profile. But a custom Corvette is nothing without a proper engine. The C2 came with a variety of 327 cubic inch small block V8 options, ranging from 250 horsepower to 360 horsepower. But Bob wasn't interested in just enough. He needed much more. So he took the engine to his boat racing specialist and had them strip it down and rebuild it. They bored out the engine to 352 cubic inches, added 6 Stromberg 97 carburetors, and tuned it to deliver a stunning 400 horsepower and 430 pound-feet of torque. This thing was a beast. And this car could be switched between two setups. In street mode, it rode on wired tires with white walls. giving it a classy, almost elegant look. But when Bob was feeling particularly frisky, he'd switch it to drag mode, removing the mufflers and replacing the wired tires with American racing mags, wrapping them in beefy rear tires. Now the Asteroid made its first big splash at high-profile auto shows across the country, winning awards left and right. People marveled at its flamboyant paint job, its custom touches, and the fact that it was more than just a car. It was a statement that you could take a Corvette, already one of America's most iconic cars, and turn it into a screaming, attention-grabbing monster. It was a car that demanded attention and got it in spades. But after Bob Nordskog passed away in 1992, the car went through several changes, including a repaint to match one of his speedboats, but it continued to be a beloved piece of automotive history. Eventually, his family decided to restore it to its original 1963 condition, preserving the magic of Paris's original vision. And in 2014, the Asteroid was auctioned off at a Barrett-Jackson event for a bargain price of just $187,000. But today, the Asteroid is more than just a Corvette, it's a legend of custom car design. And for the people who now own it, well, let's just say they're lucky to have a piece of automotive history that will never be replicated or replaced, and that will always stand out in a crowd. But at the end of this video, please let me know what you guys thought of the video and what do you guys think of this car. I love the paint color, it's really in your face. I don't think I would paint any car this color. I think most cars aren't extravagant enough for a paint job such as this, but on this car it just works really well. But let me know what you guys think. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and if you guys did like this video, you'll most probably enjoy most of my other stuff. So just go through my channel, see if there's someone to like. I'll check you guys in the next one. Cheers,
Can't put me in a box, knock me down, I get back on top. I keep on guessing, I keep messing with their heads and I won't stop. Cause I'm confident, I'm fly, most likely to blow your mind. You think you